What is up, everybody? You already know the deal. See the Floor Podcast. You're here with the bros. Your boy K. Malone.
Ryan Wilson.
Got another episode for y'all. Ready, brother?
Let's get it.
See the Floor Podcast. The bros, the guys. K. Malone.
Ryan Wilson.
And this episode is sponsored by... Yeah, we don't have a sponsor yet.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
Hey, if anybody wants to sponsor us, we're open. We'd love to do business with you.
Money being made around here.
Yes, sir. But aside from that, man, we had the All-Star game, just this past week. Guys got a little break now. First set of games. Back starting tomorrow, Thursday, or tonight, either or. I don't know. I think Thursday.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow.
Okay.
When this will be coming out.
Yes. Make sure y'all tune in. But the All-Star game, which technically was not supposed to happen, then happened. People weren't happy about it. We had it. Talk to me. What were your thoughts?
I mean, we talked about it off here. I thought it was trash. I mean, other than the All-Star game, I thought it was trash. I feel like it was, it looked like it was just put together last minute.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and I have to admit, you might have been right with there not being fans.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of...
Yeah, even with the amount of fans that were in there,
yeah.
Frontline workers and people that were allowed in there, it was cool to see the players interact with their families, like on the floor.
Yeah.
But, LeBron said, I'll be there physically, not mentally. He played 7 minutes. He had 4 points. He had a mediocre dunk where his head was not at the rim. And he really decided that I'm here.
Man, boy looked like he had no legs.
Man, they don't. And I mean, look, he's been on the injury report all season with an ankle injury, hasn't missed a game. I think he's missed one.
Yeah.
If that. I don't know if he has or not, but still. My take on it is it's an all-star game. The kid in me still loves to see the guys all out on one floor. I think the main thing that everybody was talking about which was impressive, but mind you, it's an all-star game. Steph Curry and Dame, how effortlessly they shoot the ball from that distance.
Yeah.
Luka tried to hop in, and Luka's just not,
He's not there yet. Oh, man, yeah.
So that was good to see.
I don't know. I just never been a fan of, the stereotype of how an all-star game is supposed to go.
Okay.
Why can't we just go out there and hoop? Why has it got to be a show? I'm entertained by a competitive game.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why you got to do the extra.
Okay.
I like how they, how they choose the teams now. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But let it be a real pickup game.
Okay, hold on now. These teams were not fair.
No, they wasn't.
And Giannis said it. I mean, Team LeBron. I mean, now, mind you, because Kevin Durant's team, there's so many replacements.
Yeah.
Now, if there wasn't so many replacements, would that have been more of a fair matchup with Anthony Davis and Kevin Durant?
I think so.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, I don't like it. I don't like the theatrics.
Okay.
Just go out there and hoop.
Yeah,
I want to see people go at each other every possession.
To me, it was a lot different. Even the previous All-Star games, when everybody's playing and they're healthy and it's fun, the fans are there, it flows a lot better. There was a lot of missed oops, a lot of bad passes, it took them a minute to get going.
Yeah.
And a lot of the All-Star games, at least it's really high scoring. There's a lot of shots made and it kind of picks up, the excitement picks up, and then you get to that fourth quarter when it's time to compete. And now you're like, okay, well, in this situation, Team Durant was down 20.
Right.
Now, mind you, the guys that were on the floor, I like it because James Harden was trying to make shots. Levine was trying to make shots.
Yeah.
Mike Conley was trying. They tried to okay, let's make this a game. But I mean, they were just overwhelmed by the.
So, do you credit that bad basketball, as we say? Do you credit that to there not being that many fans there and the pressure's not really on for you to perform?
Yes and no. Like I said, it was just a tough situation going in. You have guys that are hurt that end up not playing. You have guys that are on technically minutes restrictions via their team or themselves. LeBron didn't play that much. Paul George didn't play that much. So, yeah, we got some of our best players in the league playing, but guys, and then you already don't have Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, and D Book. Like, we're missing a lot of talent on the floor to make that game way better than it could have been.
Yeah.
So the one thing I'm very, very happy about from just the game in we can't call it All-Star Weekend, was definitely the empowerment of really showcasing the HBCUs, really showcasing Atlanta, and just, like I said, just keeping the platform, keeping the main thing. Yeah. So, and I think that what the NBA's whole thing was, let's at least do it and put on the best product as possible and highlight, something that we at least can focus on and keep bringing positivity, keep bringing awareness.
That was huge. It was very special. It was a nice thing to see.
Yeah.
And hope it continues.
Yeah. I mean, and my other takeaway from just the All-Star game, just the whole thing in general, I mean, it was good to see some of the newer faces get in. It was great to see a guy like Julius get in because, like I said.
Speaking of, if you're in their shoes, the replacements, how do you feel?
See, it's tough. So,
because Tatum, he was not shy about it. When they interviewed him, he was excited, but he's like, I want to be in on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. And I mean, I think that's the thing that makes him really good. I think it's the thing that makes Jaylen Brown good as well. Is like they're both going to be an all-star starter at some point. And when their time comes, I think they're going to be ready. But it was really nice to see him, nice to see Brown, nice to see Brad Beal, nice to see Levine. Like, these are young two guards. Like, they're hungry. They're like, D-Book, like, guys, we're here.
I feel like Bradley Beal kind of shied away. For him to be putting on the season that he's putting on.
I just think he didn't play that well. He just didn't shoot it great.
He wasn't really there, though, either. Like, the effort just wasn't really there.
Yeah, I think the first two times he really had a point to prove.
Yeah.
Because this year, which I was really, and that's one of the things that I can say about high school all-star games and camps and stuff. The one thing that the NBA all-star game doesn't get as much, you never get a great one-on-one battle. You would think that the best players in the world, sometimes you trying to go bucket for bucket and clear the floor and see what you got, because we've seen it a many times in the rookie-sophomore game of the World versus USA game where they like, oh, we do this, like, oh, you get a bucket on me, I'm coming right back. So there was
anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah. There was a quick exchange, I think, between Paul George and Beal, or it was somebody, and it never really got more than one possession. I was hoping. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, here we go. Let's get into it.
I said, okay, P. It's like, this is your time. You can maybe redeem yourself.
Yeah.
So we didn't get that. I would love to see it. I'd love to see, Kyrie back and forth with Steph, anything that just.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. I feel like the players all around throughout were just checked out. Like, we're here. We got to do it. So let's just go ahead and get this over with. That's what it seemed like to me.
Got you. I mean, now with that being said, because you talked about replacements, everybody had their all snub team, whatever. And I think more about the snub. I think it's more about the kind of the placement of starters who's not a starter. The whole should Dame have been a starter versus Luka, and even though it's fan vote wise.
Mm-hmm.
Should Devin Booker have just been in coach's pick regardless? I mean, and then who do you leave off? I mean, to me, Mike Conley's not a snub. Him not getting picked is not because he's not good enough. It's really about who do you take out. Like, his team is first place, but the numbers are his numbers really better than somebody? Like, yes, he's impacting winning because he's clearly him getting traded to Utah. People are like, okay, that might get them over the hump, and now that he's been healthy, it has. Yeah. But is he in all? Like,
no.
He had better years in Memphis than he's had this year in Utah. It's just because they're in first place.
I can answer that with no hesitation. No.
Like,
they're just other players better. And that's just what all it comes down to. Just like Kenny Smith, what he was saying. He played with Magic. Like, he was a great player, but he never had a chance.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. That's all it is. I mean, it's no discredit to him, but there are just other better guards in that same position.
Yeah. Like, and to be honest, if we're talking specifically Mike Conley, this is no disrespect because, like I said, Mike Conley's a guy I watch closely because if there's somebody I could help watch and add to my game, that'd be him. To be honest, if this dude hadn't got hurt, I think John Morant has a better case to be an All-Star than Mike Conley.
Agreed.
And if we're talking about bringing that to the All-Star game, I want to see Ja.
Exactly.
I will say this. Mike Conley did bring it, though, because in the game, he did shoot it well. In the three-point contest, he went head-to-head with the greatest shooter of all time, and I got to give him a lot of credit. So he stepped up. He said, y'all, if you're going to let me in the door, I know you hear me knocking.
All I need is a chance.
Yeah, so shout out to Mike Conley, really just taking advantage of the weekend and getting to showcase that, okay, now that I can say I have this under my belt, at least don't be just cool and out there. Like, and that shows the guy that's been in the league 14 years. Like, I'm going to embrace the moment. I'm going to take it for what it is because, man, I get another opportunity. For sure. So, that was good. But, last thing on the, game, what's your thoughts? Because of last year, it carried over this year, the Kobe/Elam ending in terms of the teams take the combined score 3 quarters. In the fourth quarter, they play an untimed, add 24 points to the highest team total score, and you got to get to that, and then that's game. I mean, do you like the format? I mean, I know this year it didn't have the same effect because it wasn't as close, but is that something you want to see still going forward?
I mean, I like it simply just because it's a tribute. Mm-hmm. I mean, Kobe impacted the league so much. It's always good to see, them paying homage to a fallen soldier, essentially. So, yeah, I enjoy it. I like it. It makes things interesting. Gotcha. So.
Yeah, I mean, then shout out to Giannis going 17 for 17. That was kind of impressive.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, when he hit the 3-ball,
he hit a lucky 3.
He did.
But other than that,
but to see him kind of be excited and to kind of know, like, okay, I haven't missed and still be able to stay locked in a game that you don't have to do that, and he still could have won MVP. Okay.
I'm not impressed. It's an All-Star game. No one's playing defense.
You're right, but
the majority were dunks.
But if I'm him, hopefully I carry that into the second part of the season.
Yeah.
That's,
I still would have given it to Steph, me personally.
I would have, but then Steph missed some shots. It was like,
I don't care. His performance was more impressive.
What about all the guards with the dunks?
Man.
CPs almost don't count though because he
rattled.
Yeah, that's how I would have dunked the ball.
Every inch of the rim.
Yes, someone would have thrown me a perfect lob, and then I dunk it. The ball kind of pop out, they go back in.
Yeah, that don't count. But it's CP, so we're happy for him.
Oh yeah, but hey, the guard showed the bounce. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was impressive to see a lot of that from guard to guard because I think people don't get a chance to see that because as guys that size in the league, there's footers down there. It's gonna be very difficult to do that.
But that just proves my point. They weren't playing defense.
They ran some good plays. It was a lob, it was transition, it was a lob out of bounds.
First off, nobody was paying attention to CP on that inbound.
They were, but that's the beauty of it.
Oh man!
Hey, I want to catch somebody slipping one day so I can get one, so I can put that on my highlight reel.
Yeah, you too can be great one day, also.
Good point. Now, All-Star break's over. If you were a player, you're not in the game, you're not participating, it's not normal All-Star weekend. And let's just give one side and the other. If it was a normal All-Star weekend as a player, would you go for the festivities or do you go travel somewhere and decompress?
That's a tough one because I love basketball, but I love my family more. So I would probably propose the question to my family. And if they want to go to All-Star weekend, we can go to All-Star weekend. If not, we can get out of here.
Okay. I definitely think as a player, no matter what kind of stature, I mean, if you're to the point where you can afford to bring your family, I think you should go at some time. Hopefully, one, use it as motivation, to get there. Even if you're just use it as motivation. Just see like all the best guys in the world, some of your other teammates, and what the experience is like. Get a chance to take your, mom, dad, cousins, brother, sister, whatever, kids. I think also once you've done it once or twice, definitely take your vacation. Either go home, get back in the gym, spend time with your family, or go off somewhere. A lot of guys like to, go off to whatever island they can afford to go to and really kick back.
DR, I think, is a popular one.
Yeah.
Back in the day. But, I think I agree. I think it depends on what stage of your career you're in, honestly. Because, I mean, you go to All-Star weekend, it can get a little repetitive.
Yeah.
So at some point, you probably are over it and want to go elsewhere.
Events are great. The parties are great. Being able to still market yourself or whatever, that's all cool. But kind of that family time is invaluable. Now, the other thing is, this year, based on this season, I mean, I think it's a pretty obvious answer. Like,
I'm out.
I ain't going nowhere near it. Atlanta, you can have it. So
yeah,
and
we can all agree on that.
Definitely. So hopefully it wasn't too hot in Hotlanta.
Ain't no telling.
I seen some of y'all's Instagram stories. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I saw y'all was in Hotlanta. I ain't gonna name no names. I saw y'all. It's okay. Go get you a ball player. Yeah.
Ooh,
next subject.
You running people over.
Oh, it's okay.
Throw them under the bus.
Yeah. But so, second part of the season coming. Anything you're looking forward to in terms of, I mean, just whether it's a team, whether it's less postponed games, just whether it's getting to the playoffs, whether they do a bubbles or anything that you're kind of looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to, I guess, the top teams, if they can keep it going. Because, this break can break a lot of people's momentum. Mm-hmm. So teams like Brooklyn and Utah, like, are they going to be able to keep it going?
Yeah.
And people that were coming up from the bottom, can they keep it going?
Yeah, because it's very tight right now. I mean, if you're anywhere between 8 and 12, 8 and 13, you're not out of it. Because normally it's been like, okay, after the All-Star break, like you can really tell.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 through 10, who's going to like, just like, for example, Oklahoma City, technically, they're really not out of it. Like, you win 5 straight games.
Hold on. I don't like how you just automatically jump to OKC. Like, who thought they were out of it?
What do you mean? Go back to our previous episodes. They weren't in it, but they ain't out of it neither.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So Shea Gillis is trying to make a push, trying to get it together. I'm telling you, they win 5 games. They go from like 12 to like 8, like that. Seriously, they would be above. They would be above Golden State because Golden State's at 9.
Can you win with Shea Gillis as your number one?
Yes, you can win. Can you make the playoffs in the West is a different story because he's good. He's
well, that's what I mean by winning. Can they make it with him as
you're going to have another piece. It can't just be him. But, I mean, when you have a combo guard that can get you, and I think he's going to get to a point where, and I don't want to cap anybody, but I think he'll get to a point where he's consistently going to be able to get you 22 to 25 a night and probably 8 assists. And he's a two-way guard. I mean, he'll guard. He's long, so he can play.
Yeah.
It's just he has moments of being special, but can he?
So does he need a counterpart, or does he need someone bigger?
I think he needs a counterpart. I think
because you believe in him, huh?
Yeah, because I mean, I think about this like if him and De'Aaron Fox are on the same level, De'Aaron Fox has a decent team, but they're not getting there. They got pieces, but they're not getting there. So you might need a second guy that's really a guy that can get y'all over the hump.
Okay.
And I might take Shea Gillis over De'Aaron Fox. Just saying.
Wow. Why is that? On the defensive end?
I think his ceiling is a little bit higher.
Really?
I do think so. And I didn't think so at first.
That's interesting.
Because if you watch him at first, like De'Aaron, I think had the ability to score, and it's like his number, even though his numbers have gone up. Like Shea Gillis, you weren't sure, and I think the same way people like saw Jamal Murray. He's not as good offensively as Jamal Murray, but I think he'll be a tick under that, and if he's a tick under that, I think that makes him better than De'Aaron.
Jamal Murray been a little quiet though.
He has been quiet this year, and they're not.
So was it a fluke?
No, it's not a fluke. He can score it. I think that's certified. I think a lot of guys say he can score the ball.
Okay.
So, and I don't. That's part of the problem. Jokic is playing at like he is MVP type numbers. It's everybody else.
Yeah.
And I think what you said is there's no way I'm keeping Paul Millsap and I let Plumlee and Jeremy Grant go. You can see it.
You are the weakest link.
Man, sorry. Millsap. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you got to get him up out of there.
Yeah, but the main thing that I'm looking forward to, most likely, is I want to see Brooklyn with Blake Griffin.
Is it a done deal?
No, he's going. He's sign a veteran minimum. He will be there. I'm sure he'll be able to suit up. Maybe not Thursday, but he'll be able to suit up most likely after that. So, how do you feel? Because Blake has been in the dungeon and we've mentioned him.
Blake, DeAndre.
It does give them the big that they need, but what Blake Griffin are we getting? Because everybody keeps talking about this motivated Blake. I want to see what a motivated Blake Griffin looks like. What does that even entail?
Right. It just depends on what role he takes. Because, he may do the Melo prior to Portland. Melo thought he was the man. Was still the man.
He doesn't have – his game isn't even close to what Carmelo Anthony brings to a team, I think.
I know that, but I'm saying look at Melo when he came to OKC. Mm-hmm. He thought he was the man. Like, he thought he was still KD type. Like, you have to accept that you 6 man. Portland, he's accepted he's 6 man.
Yeah.
So Blake has to do the same thing. Blake can't go into it thinking he's in LA.
True.
That's not you anymore.
Yeah. And I hope we get to see the best of whatever Blake Griffin has left to offer. I hope that this whole thing about getting no dunks isn't a thing, because you're playing with James Harden and Kyrie Irving, where you should be able to get some pick and roll lobs to the rim.
At will.
Yes. So I hope everybody keeps talking about him, this being able to switch and guard people. Like, Blake Griffin looked like he can't move at all, and he's carrying too much weight. Like, he's turned into the Hulk, and he needs to slim. You think he's going to be able to get out and switch and guard?
If Zion can do it, he can do it.
Zion's much younger and hasn't had no surgeries. Blake Griffin looked like he got dad bod mixed with the Hulk.
No.
I'm just saying
he got no dad bod. Come on now.
He picked up some kid pounds and he got too much muscle. So, be interesting to see.
Yeah, it will.
But, I mean, and then also I'm looking forward to who really does win MVP.
You talk about it. Jokic. He
scary. But I mean, I don't
think they'll give it to him just because it's him.
But and then my two thing is the two Embiid and Jokic have the best numbers.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
It'll probably go to Embiid just because he's a bigger.
He's cooking.
Yeah.
And it's not even.
It's easy too.
Now, okay, if you had a big to start your team with, who you start your team with?
Right now?
Embiid, Jokic, AD. Let's think about this. When AD's healthy, how AD was in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Scary.
But you have to think about he's often not healthy.
This is true. Now, but Embiid has not been healthy up until the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And I just think that's part of growing into that big frame.
Yeah.
Because coming out, he's 19, 20 years old, and now obviously being 26, 27.
That's tough. Like right now, I'm leaning towards Jokic because he's the most consistent.
Okay.
You don't know which Joel you're going to get. And
you don't know if you did ask for this Joel Embiid.
Exactly. And you see his numbers.
I don't know. To me, it does. I'm not even looking at the numbers anymore. I'm just looking at what I see on the floor, the eye test.
It's easy.
And for all y'all watching that watch basketball, Hakeem Olajuwon 2.0 is officially in the building, and even scarier because he's hitting step back, pump fake, let a defender fly by threes to take a lead for a game. What? What was it?
Yeah, he getting his money.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now I'm gonna have to go with Jokic. It's just he's the most consistent. And he might can't get up and down like them, but yeah, I'm going with that. Okay. Who you got?
It's got to be Embiid, but I definitely, if LeBron gets his team back in first, he's played every game, still 25 plus.
What are they right now?
They're actually fourth. So Utah,
the
Clippers.
Is AD back?
I don't
think
they're
not back.
I think they're trying to bring him back at the end of March.
I don't see it. Number one? I don't see that.
But if they get back to number one and LeBron keeps doing what he's doing, is he MVP?
No.
Okay. It's funny, like guys have been up and down this year, and not necessarily up and down about their performance, but just the way that the teams are playing, because you got guys in and out, and you have these different protocol things. So I think you may have to go with who's most consistent. I think this would be the year to take the numbers and the records out of it.
Yeah.
You got to look strictly eye test. Who's played the best? Who's played the most consistent? Who's looked good no matter who's on the floor with their team or not?
But that's, in a perfect world.
Yes, in a perfect world. Because in a perfect world, I mean, if that's the case, I mean, you look at Joel and Jokic, I look at Bron and Dame, and then I look probably Steph will be the 5 guys.
Yeah.
CP3 could get some love.
It's a popularity contest, so it's probably going to be Joel or
now,
LeBron.
If, say, Phoenix were able to come and snatch the first seed away from the Utah Jazz, does CP really need to get some MVP love?
No.
Okay. But think about it. Their team is they're only 2.5 games back behind Utah.
That's what I'm saying. They're not that far behind. So is that really a tough task? No.
Okay. But, I mean, who's responsible for that? Because if Book's out, CP keeps them afloat.
I mean, I don't see them doing that with Buck out. But
okay,
if that was to happen, you'd have to credit him.
I'm just trying to write a good script here. You know what I'm saying? Just go with me. I'm just trying to, give some excitement.
I hear you. I don't see it, though. But anything can happen, I guess.
Okay. So now let's talk about some real world things. Obviously, we live in the state of Texas. Our governor has lifted the mask mandate. That means capacity can start to go up in places. I know a lot of people's eyes are going to be on us to see how we do with cases and things like that. Do you see, maybe to start with, the Mavs, the Rockets, and the Spurs in terms of letting more fans in and start to get basketball back to where it's been? Because they haven't said anything. They haven't said anything.
Yeah. Allowing the fans in will increase the competitive nature of the players. But do I think it's worth it? No.
Okay.
I'm not sacrificing people's health just for entertainment.
Yeah. Because the Mavs have not really let anybody in all year. They've only had just friends, family. It's really been it. It's been no fans, period. So,
yeah.
And I haven't seen anything that Mark Cuban said that they're going to allow fans.
Yeah, I don't see him doing that just because, Mark Cuban, I think he's his own man, and I don't think he's just going to open up just because they've been allowed to. But that's just me. So,
okay,
what you think?
Do I think that we should, or do I think it's good for the game?
Do you think it's good for the game?
It's good for the game because that means revenue, and that means just that energy gets back.
Yeah.
But in terms of just the livelihood for everybody, I think just wait. I don't think there's anything wrong with maybe giving through the rest of March, and let's see now that officially today for us, recording, that this is the first day that you can pretty much go into places without it.
Yeah.
Places that are saying that you have to wear one, and just kind of go from there.
Yeah.
So I take that back. I think the Mavericks but I think theirs came very recently that they've had a limited number of fans because they definitely started out the year with no fans.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching one of the games where I saw people walking on the concourse. So, but just like I said, for our state, this is kind of a big thing.
All eyes on us.
Yeah. Not that, and there's been other states that have been technically more open, but like I said, we're the largest
for
land
us to
mass.
Be as hot as we are.
Yes.
And to still make that decision.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, also at this point now, we're one of the highest vaccinated states, and we have had some more access to it than other places have had.
Yeah.
So I see the logic and I see the understanding, but it's just about being careful.
But I have to wonder, we're the highest vaccinated. Is that percentage-wise or is that number-wise? Because number-wise, yeah, we're going to be one of the highest because we're bigger in population.
That I'm not sure about, and I'm sure both of those ours is always going to be inflated because of the amount of people that we do have.
Exactly.
So yeah, but that's just it's just something that's worth, because going forward, the NBA's thing was okay, going to Atlanta and trying to do a mini bubble, keep everybody safe. Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons both didn't get to play. because of like, what's up with these barbers? We gotta talk. Like, I'm about to holler at my barber. Like, hey man, like you good? Like before I come in here, because you saw the Super Bowl thing, now the All-Star game. Like, barbers, y'all trying to make money. Like, we got stuff to do. Y'all got money to be made. What we doing?
I mean, they standing over you the whole time, so that's inevitable.
Mask up, shorty.
Yeah, but
go get your nose swabbed. Come on now.
You got to be.
If you have that kind of clientele, you have to.
Yeah, but most people, you have to be very disciplined about the mask. And how many people are that disciplined?
True.
So
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree. But
that's my take.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. So, man. Also,
shaved head saves lives.
Oh gosh.
Cut your own hair.
Nah. I did look at how much money I've spent, like, on haircuts. I looked at my Cash App from 2018 to now on haircuts. Boy.
Exactly. Best decision I ever made.
People, I don't want to tell you how, like, and I don't get a haircut every week. Every 2.5, 3. I've spent more than a stack on haircuts in 3 years. I was like, Jesus. And then my barber only charged me
a stack. That's not a lot. In 3 years? That's not a lot.
Maybe it was more than that. Maybe it was like, no, was it 7? I don't know how much money I spent on haircuts. It's been a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
It was like, it ain't hit me upside the head. My cuts be $20. Give them tip. That's it. A little fee for the Cash App. But aside from that, one thing I'm looking forward to this year, and because I hope they pick it up, going for the next episode, the kicks, man.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's up, man? Bring the kicks out. Shoes still getting released. Stuff still being worn. Because I got some stuff in my mind that I want to talk about these shoes. Because this year's shoe lineup of all the players' shoes, they're weak this year. Bron's shoe is weak. Katie's shoes just all right.
You're in quarantine, man.
I mean, I fell in love with Paul George's shoe last year. James Harden's shoe, it's all right. Kyrie's shoe is like, I like the color, but the shoe is just all right.
It's quarantine. People developing from the crib.
Man,
there's not even more brainstorming going on.
I got a whole episode ready. We gonna talk about Under Armour, Nike, Adidas, Anta, Fila, K1, everybody. We're breaking down shoe roster, shoe lineup, who needs a shoe, who don't need a shoe. I got it all for you.
All right.
Numbers too, because there's a lot of dudes getting a lot of bread for these shoes that are buns.
Right. Some of these contracts, you like, he got how much?
Yeah. So
and his shoe don't even sell like that.
Man, I'd rather see a guy like PJ Tucker get a shoe because I know he would come out with a shoe that's fire.
You hear me?
And people will buy it because I ain't seen nothing like that.
Yeah.
So I love the Kobe wave though. I love seeing the guys in the Kobe's. Like
homage.
Super homage. Hey, job with the all high top Kobe's.
Right.
Him and De'Aaron's been on that too. So
that was my shoe too.
Yeah, I know you love it. You still got some high top Kobe sitting in.
Yeah, in the vault.
So, but Job been coming out with all the different every single high after he twists his ankle.
Yeah,
I got Job gonna show you some love, man. You know what I'm saying? And then last thing is, man, G League bubble about to come to an end. It's something we're gonna throw in there too.
Yeah.
Talk about the young bulls and all them guys. Like Jalen Green came out with a nice 30 ball for his last game in the. I don't know. I'm about to take him one. Cade.
I already called it.
I know, but Cade just every time I think I gotta take Jalen Green, Cade just comes with the.
No, I'm taking Jalen.
Man,
told you he got that Kobe-esque.
It is scary. Man, last shout out to my guys at ORU, man. Summit League champs. Summit League champs. That means automatic berth into a tournament.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. ORU 1 year alum. Shout out Coach. Let me come in and get my game off a little bit. Shout out Coach Solo.
But your other squad.
Man, I was coming to them.
Yeah.
Hey, Wichita State Shockers, regular season American Athletic, regular season champions. We fell short. My year, our one on the first year Wichita State being there. Shout out to Coach Isaac Brown.
Yeah, doing his thing.
Unanimous Coach of the Year. Went from interim coach to head coach. Pay that man $1.5 million a year. Shout out young bull Tyson Etienne, American Athletic Player of the Year. Man, I'm a proud alum, man. It's a blessing I got to go to schools that, just it's a blessing.
God is good.
Man, yeah, all the time. So shout out to them. And that's it, man. That's a wrap.
Another one in the books.
Yes, sir. Follow your boy on Instagram. B_great. K.
Follow your boy. Witness your moment. You are.
Yes, sir. You already know. Get at the Twitter. Get at the Instagram.
See the floor _
Yes, sir. Website.
www.seethefloorpodcast.com.
We don't have Facebook, but we post on our Facebook. I'm letting y'all know everything we're on. You already know. Spotify. Check the videos out on YouTube. Anchor.
Yeah.
Apple Podcasts. We are here. There's nothing we ain't tapped in with now.
Everything across the board.
Yes, sir. So you already know. Like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell all.
We out here.
Yes, sir. Till next time, y'all. We out.
See life like you see the floor.